The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayor's and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's version of the Mayor's and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you what's happening, what's going on, what's news in the towns and villages that we cover. We'll start off this week with Maggie Ridge from the town of Scottsville. There we go. I got it out. Hey, Maggie, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well. Yourself?
Good, good.
Can you hear me? I know there was an issue with the microphone.
Coming through loud and clear.
Beautiful, beautiful. Not too much is happening here in Scottsville. We are very excited about the Memorial Day Parade, as I'm sure everybody who's having one is as well. So we're putting the final touches on that. So I think it'd be great for people to get out and see each other and, you know, grab candy and just the whole thing. And there's other things going on. There's a ceremony and a community lunch, and there's also some things going on in Johnson Park, you know, just for the kids to have fun and, you know, enjoy the day. So pretty excited about that. The flower boxes are planted. It was one of my mayoral duties, picking out the flowers. And I thought, well, if I'm picking them out, we should probably plant them. So so those are going to get placed on Main Street before Memorial Day. And Chris, you did get an article about this, but the Wheatland Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Wheatland Chamber of Commerce, applied for a grant for the New York State Trails Initiatives, and they got the largest amount. So they got $11,353, which was the largest amount, and that's going to be dedicated towards the some interpretive signs pointing different directions, a bike rack, and then a self-bike repair station. So everybody's pretty excited about that. I'm actually meeting with Carl Schoen. He's my next door neighbor, and I can still not say his last name. He's on the town board, and Nicole from Perry is coming up later this afternoon to kind of talk about that piece of it and see what we can put our heads together about. So that is it, I think.
All right, great. Mike, how about Lima? What's happening there?
Hello, Chris. Thanks for hosting us today. Whole bunch of different things. Paint care is now in effect in New York State. I know, what the heck is paint care? Paint care is a paint stewardship program that is now the law here in New York. It's already been set up in California, Colorado, Connecticut, the District of Columbia, Maine, Minnesota, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Washington State. It is funded by a fee that is added to paint at the wholesale level. There's a whole bunch of different products that are covered. And so basically, when you buy your paint, you'll actually be paying into the system so that you can then turn in paint statewide. Interior and exterior architectural paints, deck coatings, primers, stains, shellacs, waterproofing of concrete and masonry and wood sealers, metal coatings, and field and lawn paints are what is accepted. Anything not on the list is not accepted. Locally, for Livingston County, the Sherwin-Williams at 4176 Lakeville Road in Geneseo is a paint care receiver, and paint can be brought there. You can call them ahead of time at 243-1530. Also, in the Glow region, the Sherwin-Williams on Liberty Street in Batavia also does the same thing. I'm sure there are far more collection points, but you do not need to hang on to your old paint anymore. You can actually turn it in, and it'll work out a lot better for all of us. The Livingston County 4-H program has announced that their annual livestock auction is going to take place at the Hemlock Fairgrounds on Friday, July 23rd. So this is an opportunity to bid on and purchase the livestock that the 4-H'ers have raised, so that the 4-H students get a feel for what it's like to participate from the seller's side of the livestock auction. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Service have awarded the Livingston County Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation a 4-star quality rating. Previously, the CNR was at 3 stars. It's a 5-star maximum. And this really puts the Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation into sort of the top tier of nursing facilities across the country. Very happy about the upgrade. The COVID time was very tough on everybody there working, and they really hustled and made this happen. Along with that, Livingston County is pleased to announce the new director of the CNR will be Justin Bayless. Justin has been a long-term care director and is coming into the CNR June 13th to continue the good work and shoot for that 5th star. Lastly, of course, our Memorial Day Parade will take place on Memorial Day, stepping off from the Lima Primary School at 9:30, circling around and over to the town hall right out in front for the ceremonies. And I hope to see everybody there. Thanks, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Rick, Village of Honeoye Falls. Where are we going there?
Well, it's great to see everyone, and I haven't had the opportunity to welcome Maggie, so it's nice to see you, and I look forward to meeting you at one of our association meetings. The village team in Honeoye Falls will be moving to summer hours beginning Monday, May 23rd. The office will be open as follows: Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The DPW staff will also be moving to summer hours. They're working Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. They're still covering the same amount of hours. We're just cutting down, starting a little bit earlier and leaving a little bit earlier, et cetera, but they'll still cover the same amount of hours. As stated last week, we began the work on our sidewalk and some of our paving projects within the village. These will continue throughout the summer months. We do have, let's see here, we have Locust Street and the Cemetery Loop driveway have been paved. York Street, which will be a larger project, will be paved. That will be coming up. And then some of the sidewalk work, again, work on Locust Street, as well as areas on Ontario Street have already been completed. And then once the sidewalk work is done on Ontario, they'll be moving to Church Street and East Street, followed by Monroe Street and West Main. So targeting areas that were in pretty rough shape. And again, a lot of this work is being done from a SAMS grant that we received from our Senator Sam Rabrook. So we appreciate that. Planning continues for our Good Vibes concert series. The Tuesday night shows are all booked, and advertising and sponsorship letters will be going out very soon as well. Those shows start on June 21st. I believe that's a Tuesday, and will follow through the month of August. We are very happy to see and support the newly opened OK Beer Company at West Main Lanes. Currently, are the owners, Megan Phillips and Seth Weil, are working through a soft opening process as they continue to finish some projects, but they do look to have a grand opening on or around June 10th. They've been working really hard. The place looks fantastic. The bowling alley is doing well. And once the remaining projects are completed and the food and bar area is officially opened, it's going to be a great place to visit. Great place. They have some great plans for both indoor and outdoor seating. And it's going to be a great place to be with, visiting with friends. So stop in and have great beer at OK Beer. And we wish them great success. Lastly, from a village perspective, I'm sorry, not lastly, our flowers will also be going up next week. The hanging flower baskets on Main Street will be going up, and we're planning on putting up a couple of new planters on East Street for a couple of the businesses over there as well. We're looking forward also to our Memorial Day parades. North Bloomfield, as Supervisor Moffitt mentioned last week, I believe North Bloomfield usually starts right at 8 a.m. Mendon's parade is around 9:30, and we'll confirm all the times again next week, and then Honeoye Falls at 11:30.
I'll actually read those, Rick. John sent me the
Okay,
notes
good.
on that. I forgot to read it, so thanks for reminding me.
No problem. Thank you, because we want to make sure the times are right.
Right.
And then lastly, from a village perspective, I just want to, again, our school budget passed last week, but I just wanted to thank the 5 candidates that did run for the HFL school board positions and congratulate those that were elected. I thank you all for your desire to serve the community. It's a tough job, and it's a very important job. From a Monroe County Legislature point, I just wanted to bring up a couple things here as well. Certainly a lot happening there as always. The past couple weeks have been very busy with many meetings, full legislator meeting, moving through the interview process for the public defender's position. Committee meetings are next week, and of course also this past week was the State of the County address with its fanfare as well. And along with the state of the county, just like any state of, you name it, village, town, country, whatever, comes discussions of funding for projects and understanding what can be funded and what needs to be a priority. And while the ARPA funding is an enormous figure that Monroe County got, tax revenues have been very positive, but the wants still outweigh the money. And my concern is, where will our priorities lie? In my opinion, infrastructure and public safety, supporting our veterans and seniors and those with disabilities need to be priorities. Along with those, we have programs to address the opioid crisis and those in mental crisis, and those have to be priorities as well. So, my question again is, what will our priorities be as a county? Of course, also this past week, unfortunately, our community did need to come together and did come together supporting with a community vigil supporting Buffalo this past week. It was held in the city of Rochester. It was a very moving gathering of people supporting both Buffalo and those in our area as well. And then also coming up is going to be more discussions, of course, about the redistricting process. So that's statewide, that's countywide, local and abroad, right? So that's going to be a very busy subject of discussion as well, but a lot going on within the county, whether it be Monroe County, Livingston County, there's a lot going on. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all those elected officials I work with, both at the village and town level, as well as county. And Chris, thank you for the opportunity to be on.
Thanks, Rick. And now I apologize. I should have read this earlier. John, who wasn't here today, can't be here today. He's off on a family thing, a fun thing, I hope. He sent the following schedule for Memorial Day, May 30th. The parade in North Bloomfield begins at 8:30 a.m. with a service immediately following. The parade in Mendon starts at 9:30 a.m. with a service at the Mendon Cemetery immediately following. The service at Quaker Meeting Cemetery on Quaker Meeting House Road is at 10:15 a.m. The service at St. Paul's Cemetery on West Main Street is at 10:30 a.m. And then finally, the parade at Honeoye Falls is at 11:30 a.m. with a service at the Honeoye Falls Cemetery immediately following. Please come out and support Legion Falls Post 664 and show respect for the United States military personnel who have died while serving in the armed forces. That's from John Moffitt. Of course, we'll reprint all those numbers, dates, times, locations in the paper next week. Does anybody have anything else they want to add that they may have forgotten? Seeing none, I want to thank you all for being here and sharing your ideas and thoughts with us. I want to thank all the listeners out there, watchers, for watching it. Remember, we're here every Sunday at 1 o'clock on our Facebook page. Like that so you'll get notified when the show starts. Or if you go to YouTube, our YouTube channel airs it again at 1 o'clock. Subscribe to that, and again, you'll get notification. With that, that's all for this week. Bye-bye for now.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.